Here we go. So today I'm coming to you live to share some massive money mindset breakthroughs that I've been having lately. And they're really juicy. So stay tuned because I know this will be really valuable for you. And if you have been brought to this video, there's a reason. So keep watching. I'm Sarah Mack. I'm a writer and a mindset coach for creatives. I'm all about having more freedom and fun and fulfillment, doing work that you love and getting paid the money that you desire. And so I've been on my own personal money mindset journey for several years now, and it's been extremely transformative. It's been extremely messy and challenging. It's been very emotional. There's been a lot of purging, a lot of shifting, a lot of changing in habits, but most importantly, massive changes in the stories that I've been telling myself around my relationship with money. And I've worked with many, many incredible mentors that have helped me to resuscitate my relationship with money. And recently I've had a really big money mindset breakthrough, and I wanted to talk to you about that today, because obviously I'm really, my passion is in supporting creatives to really step into owning their worth and to recognize the need for us to do that first. That is the conversation. We have to be the person to ask and to invite people to recognize our value. And we have to do that work first. And, you know, there's a lot of shedding, there's a lot of old stories that need to be released. There's a lot of emotional wounds that we've been carrying around with us that we've picked up from previous generations, from society around us, from our schools, from our families, from our parents, that have caused us to internalize the message that, you know, maybe I can't earn a living doing what I love the most and what I'm really good at. And this is simply not true. There has never been an easier time to create value for people in a way that's fun for you. There is literally an unlimited way that you can use your multitude of skills and talents to serve people and to provide value in a really big way, to reach many, many people and to receive the income that you desire for your life, whatever number that is, however much money you want to be able to earn. It's now possible. There are 17,000 people in America becoming millionaires every single day. That just goes to show how it's normal now. We have access to all this technology. We have access to all of these opportunities. So send me some hearts, send me some likes, let me know you're watching, leave a comment, share anything that's coming up for you. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. And for me, you know, I've been through the journey with, I've got my second business now, which is my coaching business. And today is actually the year anniversary of the day I decided to start my coaching business. So woohoo! My other business is my copywriting business. So I've been through the process of, hi Carolyn, of, you know, putting my prices up, asking for more money, declaring the value of the work that I am providing for people. And, you know, it's every time it brings up fear for me, every time it brings up stories of people don't have enough money, people won't pay me, you know, I have to give more and I'm not able to give anymore. All of this programming will be kicked up when you start to push against that programming and act in spite of it and start to create a new story and a different reality for yourself. And that is the only way to change our reality, is by acting on, taking action in alignment with the new story that we want to create. And it's always a flip in perception that, you know, everything is possible. Every truth can be held and perceived in every moment. We really get to choose. We can choose to work with the clients who can pay us the lower amounts of money, or we can choose to work with the clients who will choose to recognize our value at the amount that we price it, and we can work with them. The moment we shift and truly start to embody a new level of value for ourselves and for our work is the moment that we become available for those people who are willing to match us. So, you know, and I've proven this to myself time and time again. And it really does take an act of faith in stepping forward and creating something and creating an invitation for something that you haven't done before, a certain type of work, valuing yourself in a different way, serving people in a different way. And one thing that's worked for me has been taking baby steps. But that's also a way, you know, you don't have to. It really is possible to take big leaps. You know, I've been through times when I was raising my prices as a copywriter where I literally doubled my rate. And it just goes to show how much I was undervaluing myself, that it was possible for me to do that. And I hear so many stories of people sharing of women who ask for double their salary and they get it with no pushback whatsoever. So, it's really important for us to recognize that if nobody's pushing back against the price that you're asking for, you could probably be asking for a lot more. There should be some kind of pushback from some of the people that you're working with. If everybody's immediately agreeing to the price that you're offering, you could be asking for so much more. And the stories about there being people not being able to pay, these are just stories. Right? We all know that everyone finds the money for the things that they truly desire. If you have a lover in a different country, you will find a way to get on a bus, to get a plane ticket, whatever it is you need to go and see that person. Because when your heart is committed to something and you know that it's something that you truly desire, you will find a solution. You will pick up some extra work. You will work extra hard. You will be extra creative and resourceful to find the monetary solution for the thing that you really desire. If your kid got sick and you had some massive medical bills, you can be sure you would find a way to make that resource available so that you could look after your kid. So all of these stories about people not having enough money, people being broke, people not wanting to pay, these are all just excuses and stories that we rest on instead of looking inside and confronting the real reason why we aren't stepping into our value and the real beliefs that we hold about ourselves and the fears that we hold about the world that we haven't confronted, that we haven't taken responsibility for shifting. And, it has to come from us. Nobody's going to come and hand it to you. Nobody's going to come and say, here's some extra money, here, I'm going to double your salary. I mean, sometimes that does happen. But if you want to consistently be taking a stand for the value that you provide, we have to be doing that work every single day. If we are out of practice of connecting with that value, then we have to connect with it every day. An exercise I always give to my clients, anyone that I work with, any workshops that I give, is just speak the things that you value about yourself and practice speaking that. Write down 5 things every day just really inviting your mind to look for things within you that are inherently valuable. Not actions that you've done, not things you've done for other people, but who you are as a person innately. What are your characteristics? What are your qualities? Even your physical body that's amazing, this miracle working away for you and enabling you to function in the world. You are inherently valuable, and the experiences that you create, the relationships that you show up for, you are creating value all the time. And the more we understand that on a deep level, the more our mind starts to shift to think in that direction, to really allow ourselves to show up and provide more value in the world, to see opportunities more easily as to ways that we can serve people in ways that are supportive to us, that are exciting, that are fun, and that feel really easy for us. So this is really the power of mindset work, in recognizing what stories are coming up, what excuses, and looking for the fears underneath them. And, for me, I just took a massive jump in my investment in the mentorship that I'm receiving from mentors who are absolutely killing it at what they're doing creatively and creating fun and freedom and fulfillment. And I've already created the results that I'm looking to create. And, for a long time, I had a story about why, I wasn't ready to make that level of an investment, even though I have been making a lot of investments in myself, in mentorship, and creating the support I've needed to get me to this point so far. And then it got to the point where I realized that it really was just a story, and as soon as I made that decision, suddenly I saw the possibilities to create those resources for myself. All the while we're stuck in that story. And this is really common with women in resisting investing in ourselves. Sometimes it's the last thing that we'll do. We think we have to, there are all of these things that we'll happily spend money on, and it can be different for everyone, and things that you think are really important and valuable and bring you value in your life. But there are certain things that we really need that really benefit us on a deep level that we resist investing in. For example, our emotional health, for example, getting, work with a therapist or a healer, or even going to get a massage or working with a coach. All of these things that when we take care of ourselves at a deep fundamental level, everything in life becomes so much easier because we are we're out of the stress, we have more vibrancy and vitality, we're not carrying so much tension, we're not carrying so many burdens around with us. So it's so much easier for us to make powerful decisions from that place and to see possibility and opportunity. Whereas when we're caught in the story about how like life is so difficult, we don't have enough money, I can't do the things that I really want to do, whatever the excuses are, that we've been carrying with us, maybe out of fear of really stepping into doing things differently, it becomes much easier to take those on and to shift them and to let go of them and to act in spite of them when we have a really strong and vibrant foundation. And that is why self-care is the most important and valuable investment that we can make in ourselves. And, for me, my life completely changed once I invested big in coaching and mentorship. And I believe that we really need that as women, because we are conditioned to always be thinking about other people, putting others first. There's so much guilt attached to spending money on ourselves when we could be taking care of our kids or our families, or even our employers. I speak to women and who are in a job to pay the bills, and they have a passion career on the side that they're trying to get going. And I ask them questions about how they're doing, and they're telling me everything about their job and their employer. And it's because we're conditioned to be putting other people's desires before ours. So it's really a conditioning process that needs to happen, that we need to hold each other accountable for. And having a coaching relationship is the most powerful space to do that, to have somewhere where you come back to on a consistent basis again and again, just to have that person that has your back with no ulterior motives, no attachment to whatever it is whatever decisions you're making in your life. Because our families, our partners, everyone else has a say in what kind of decisions we're making, because it impacts them and it either benefits them or it it can be seen to be taking away from them. So that's why it's so valuable to have an impartial space for you to really reflect on what's important to you, and to create that accountability and that consistency as to whether or not I am taking action and moving forward towards that thing, or is it getting shoved to the bottom of the to-do list? Am I putting everyone else's priorities above mine? Am I, giving into the excuses that I don't have enough time or money to really invest in the things that are important to me, to take care of my health, to give myself the time and space to get clear on what it is I really desire? So that's really a message that's been coming through to me a lot, that I really feel passionate about sharing, is, are you investing in yourself? It's the most valuable investment that you can make. And that money that you put in always comes back to you. It always, it changes you, and you get to reap those benefits going forward for the rest of your life. And it can be the difference between, living out your life on autopilot in everything that you've been doing up until this point that you'll repeat and continue creating the same results. Or it can be the thing that shifts you and gets you moving in a completely different direction that becomes more and more fulfilling as you continue down that path. So let me know what your takeaways are. Let me know anything that comes up with, for you listening to this. Really take that time to reflect on whether or not you're investing in yourself. Because personally, for me, my experience, that investment has always brought more back to me: more time, more space, more health, more money earned in fun and fulfilling ways, less sacrifice, less stress, less bullshit, less excuses, more power, more empowerment, more me owning what it is that I really desire, and creating discipline, although I prefer the word devotion, and habits that really support me to continue moving forward in that way. So that to say, it pays off. This work really pays off, and I see it again and again and again. So I am going to be, stepping into my worth and putting my prices up for 2019. So if you do want to get in and start working with me and really reaping the benefits of me being able to pass on all of the lessons, all of the tools and resources that have got me here up until this point, please send me a message, and we can get on a call to see if we'd be a good fit to work together. And I've got lots of really exciting programs coming up to really support you in stepping into that identity of the person that doesn't give in to excuses, that isn't stuck in those stories, and is really looking to shift to the stories and the identity that gets you what you want so much more easily. And really choosing to value yourself and, taking a stand to do that. Especially if you're a mother, that's such an important thing for you to do, to set an example for your children, to really learn